Hi guys, it's Judith from JVArt Resources, and thanks for watching today. I really wanted to talk to you about something a little different. It's not really a resource or a product review today, or a review of an artist, as you know I like to do, but this is more about your trash. And many artists, I find, especially beginners, will start a project, and after you get your line drawing down and maybe one or two layers and you're ready to give up on it, it's just called trash at that point. And there's a couple things you need to know about that. Number one, don't give up on it quite so quickly, because I myself was ready to trash this. This is the first vehicle drawing that I've ever done. And this is my husband's car, and that one's mine, and I've been dying to do that for the longest time. So this was a really great picture that I had from a show that we went to, the way the cars were sitting, and I thought, that's perfect. It's only a half car, a half of each one, so I don't have to do the whole car, I don't have to do the glass. This will be easy, piece of cake. So I got my line drawing down, and I started to do a little bit on the fender here, and I was like, ugh, this is not good. I am trashing this thing. And then I worked a little bit more, and I thought, I don't know, this is just not right. And just for the hell of it, I put it on my group, and then I put it on my Facebook page just to see reactions. I wanted to see what people would say. And to my surprise, I got quite a few good comments on it, and I thought, is this really true that I could possibly have a decent work in process here? So I thought, well, you know what, I'll work on it a little bit more. I'll work on the red one and see how it goes. And boy, I was really pleasantly surprised. It took a lot more work than just those few layers that I did. I mean, in the beginning, in the early stages, I was ready to give up, and it really looked like I should have given up. But once I added more, I had to add maybe 5 to 6 more different shades of blue underneath the 3 that I already had. And then once I blended them together, the color was right, the texture was right, and then I thought, well, now I'm onto something. But I didn't give myself enough of a chance. So you need to do that. You can't quit right away, especially on something you have your line drawing down and you only have a couple of things colored in. Don't quit at that point. Post it in a group that you trust. Find somebody that you trust that you could talk to and show it to them, and just continue to plug away at it. And then, better yet, if you're still not happy with it, put it away and don't even look at it for like a week. Just forget you even have it. And then you'll be surprised. You'll go back and look at it later on and you'll say, wow, it's not as bad as I remembered. And here's a perfect example of that. This is something that I trashed a while ago, and I'm not going to linger on that too long because I don't remember where I got the photo reference from, but I was not happy with this. I was like, this is done, it's junk. But for more than one reason, I hold on to this. First of all, I could see right now by looking at this that I need more color and more layers and a little more blending and some more highlights, and I could really salvage this if I wanted to. Or the other thing is, I have a wonderful test piece here of some suede mat board. What you could even do is, since suede mat board is hard to clean, so you need to be careful when you're working on it, I could put a little graphite on it, I could rub it in, get a little dirty spot on there, and practice how to lift that graphite. So now if I have that on a mat board, I'll know how to handle it. So save your scraps, don't throw anything out. And then if you get to using some white paper, then what you do is you make value viewers, which they're invaluable as far as I'm concerned. I have a photo reference that I'm working on, and then my drawing. Now I need a color to match up. So I will put this right up against the photo reference, and then I'll take the colored pencils that I want to match up, and I'll draw that color as like right here, right next to the hole. As you can see that there. And then if that's the color that I'm trying to match, I'll put it right up against the photo reference, and I can see the color on the white paper. Through the hole, I could see the color of the photo reference, and right away I can tell if I need to change that color or layer another color on top of it to get it to be more like the color in the photograph. So there's lots of things you can do with these scrap papers. I also have a little pile I have sitting right here. Anytime I start a project, I take one of these little scrap cards and I hook it on a clip right next to my work, so I can always test the pencil. I can always just give a quick little mark if I need to, and they're really great to have around. So you don't want to get rid of your scrap. I'll show you my scrap pile. It's pretty large. This is a lot of work that I was ready to get rid of, and two other things I want to just show you quickly. Same thing with drafting film. This is a piece of drafting film and a butterfly that I started to use, but I've used this many times to put color on, especially drafting film, because that works very differently than paper. So you can layer on there a little bit and see how it works. You could color on the back of drafting film, so you could try it on your practice piece, and you don't want to do that on a good sheet of drafting film because it's a little pricey. So that's why it's important that you keep all these. And then I also use them for color charts, and they really come in handy. I'll try 4 or 5 brands of the same color and blend them with mineral spirits and just like a little test, and try and erase them and just see how they function before I actually put them to the paper. Here's another one that I worked on that I used the back of that also. So yes, you could use cartridge paper or regular copy paper, but if you have the Bristol Smooth or whatever you're working on, it really gives you a better feel for that pencil on the actual surface that you're working on. So it makes more sense. And something else, this was a scrap piece of paper, and this was from a previous video I did when I was working on my Derwent sharpener. That makes such a long point. I wanted to see how much of this 9x12 page I could cover using the one point that I made in that sharpener without resharpening. And this was it. I was able to cover the whole page, and I did it on a piece of scrap. You can see it's got a crease in here, and but it was perfect. I didn't have to waste it on a $3 sheet of paper. Now I have the other side that I'll either make some value viewers or whatever. So you get the idea. But most importantly, don't trash your work, because you really might be able to make it work for you. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There are a lot of people out there who want to help you and will help guide you. So thanks for watching today. I do hope you found this useful. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not. And anything you need to know, please post it in the comments down below, and perhaps I can do a video on that. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.